Hi all, I'm Richard Berry, broker associate with the Cisco's Group Realtors with some fresh real estate news. Recently, in an interview with Fox Business, the CEO for the National Association of Home Builders, Jerry Howard, warned that the new housing market is, quote, looking into the teeth of a superstorm. He talked about several challenges facing the new home market. For example, building costs have soared.
Not only that, the costs are up 21% year over year. It's a supply chain. It's a labor shortage chain. Our cost of labor has gone up 8% year over year. And now with inflation, interest rates are going up.
This is true in the Kansas City metro area. I'm involved in several building projects. Last year, we saw the cost of lumber nearly quadruple. For example, a house that used about $30,000 worth of lumber 2 years ago would have to spend nearly $120,000 for the same lumber. Existing home prices have gone up 12% over the last year in the Kansas City metro area. That's pretty reasonable considering building costs. Another thing that Mr. Howard pointed out was that supply chain issues have been causing major delays in getting materials for building a home.
Just talked to a builder this morning, Stuart, in Idaho, who told me that he had just been informed by a major kitchen appliance manufacturer that he should expect 8 to 10 month delays on his appliance order. And that's typical.
What about
for
lumber or tiling or anything else? I mean, do you have similar delays? 10 months?
That's one that's very extreme, but I've heard of 4 months, 6 months in virtually every component for building.
I've also seen this. 2 years ago, the appliances for a new home could be ordered and delivered in a week or less. Since then, we've also seen delays of up to 8 months for appliances. In addition, labor shortages have caused further building delays. Crews for framing, for concrete work, for finish work are often delayed weeks or even months due to illness or lack of workers. So, going back to Mr. Howard.
Stuart, we're not facing headwinds right now. We're looking into the teeth of a superstorm.
That bad? Really?
Yeah, things are looking there at every level.
So how does this affect us? Well, for one thing, fewer new homes will be coming to the market. This is due to both the longer time to build homes, and some builders will simply have to leave the market due to difficulties in building homes. Most contracts to build a new home will include language where the buyer pays for increases in material costs. The total supply of available homes will continue to tighten. Some of this will be self-feeding. People will hesitate to sell their own house if they're not sure they can get a new one. I am seeing it locally. Last year, the market was insane. Inventory levels hit historic lows. This year, we have 40% less inventory than this time last year. Next, home prices will continue to rise. This will be true of both existing and new homes. And homes will sell more quickly than ever. Historically, 90 days on the market was common. Last year, it shrunk to a week or two. This year, it will probably shrink further, possibly to mere days. Rental rates will continue to rise as demand shifts for those who can't find a home to buy. As property values continue to skyrocket, landlords will need more cash flow to continue their business. The availability of rental homes will decrease as well. The only countervailing influence is the fact that interest rates are starting to rise. However, the inventory shortage is so extreme that I don't believe it will significantly blunt demand. It's simply too much pent-up demand. So if you want to find a home, what can you do? First, prepare yourself. Most critically, get a professional to help. While you might expect that advice coming from a realtor is a bit self-serving, a good realtor experiences more home sales in a year than most people do in their lifetime. Next, get financially pre-qualified before you start shopping for a home. If you find a home, you're going to need to move fast. I've seen nice homes go on and off the market in a matter of hours, and that's becoming more common as time goes on. Work with your realtor to make a list of what's critical for your home, such as number of rooms, bathrooms, location, or other features. Divide it into must-haves, should-haves, and nice-to-haves. Be ready to adjust your list. Your realtor can help you keep your list reality-based. Go below your maximum approved price. Several reasons. Homes are selling right now for about 102% of asking price, and that's average, which means a nicer home will likely go higher than that. You'll want that margin in case it's needed. You also want room in your budget to maintain the home properly. Going to your max may make that difficult, and you just don't want to be house poor. If you're building, you'll want room in case of material cost jumps. Next, be patient. It used to be that someone would see 5 or 10 homes in about 2 weeks and come to a decision. That's increasingly unrealistic today. It can take anywhere from 30 days to 6 months to find a home. And be persistent. Be prepared to have to make offer after offer. Any decent home will get multiple offers, so you'll be competing with others for the same home. Be realistic. First of all, forget about bargains. Most fixer-uppers are shopped by home flippers as well as other starting families. Demand is just too high right now. Even a top offer may not win. Don't get emotionally invested early in the process. So if you keep the long game in view, you can succeed even in this market. Thanks for watching. If you'd like help buying or selling your home, I'd be honored to help. Just reach out.
Count on me just like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You can count on me. You can count on me. Yeah, you can count